Good morning, students. Today our class bacteria, bacterial occurrence and bacterial morphology. Students, there are many microorganisms which are invisible. The organisms which cannot be seen directly with our naked eye, which can be seen only with the help of microscope. Such organisms, they are called microorganisms. So generally, these microorganisms, actually bacteria is one of the microorganisms. This is most abundant microorganisms. Okay, bacteria are the most abundant microorganisms present on Earth. Actually, these bacteria were discovered by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Scientist Anton von Leeuwenhoek. And also discovered this bacterial cells by Anton von Leeuwenhoek by using his compound microscope. By using his compound microscope, he discovered some microorganisms present in his own scrapie of own teeth. Now they are considered as bacterial cells. The term Leeuwenhoek discovered the bacterial cells and called them as animalcules. They are named as animalcules. Discovered by Anton von Leeuwenhoek and called them as animalcules. Why they are named as animalcules? Because of their dazzling movements. What is the dazzling movement? The movement of bacterial cells by flagella. That is called dazzling movements. So, because of the dazzling movements, they are named as animalcules. At the same time, the word bacterium, the term bacterium was coined by another scientist, Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg coined the term bacterium. At the same time, another scientist, Louis Pasteur. Scientist Louis Pasteur also conducted extensive research work on bacterial cells. And he also discovered the importance of bacteria, and also he considered the bacteria as chemical factories. Bacterial cells, they are considered as chemical factories by scientist Louis Pasteur. Why he is considered as bacteria as chemical factories? Different kinds of bacterial cells, they help in the synthesis of commercially useful chemical substances, so that they are called chemical factories. At the same time, these Louis Pasteur also introduced pasteurization. Introduced the technique of pasteurization. At the same time, also prepared different kinds of waxes. That is the contribution of Louis Pasteur. Conducted extensive research work on bacterial cells and considered this bacteria as chemical factories. At the same time, also introduced the technique of pasteurization and also prepared different kinds of waxes. That is the contribution of Louis Pasteur. At the same time, these scientist Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Anton von Leeuwenhoek is considered as father of microbiology. Very important. Father of microbiology. Okay. Who is father of microbiology? Scientist Anton von Leeuwenhoek, considered as father of microbiology. At the same time, Louis Pasteur, scientist Louis Pasteur. These scientists also considered as father of scientists considered as father of bacteriology. Father of bacteriology. First, who is father of microbiology? Scientist Anton von Leeuwenhoek. But who is father of bacteriology? Scientist Louis Pasteur. At the same time, another scientist, Robert Koch. Robert Koch, very important. Robert Koch, scientist Robert Koch, also explained that disease is caused by bacterial cells. He explained the disease is caused by bacterial cells and also published a book that is called Germ Theory of Diseases. Germ Theory of Diseases. Germ Theory of Diseases. Who is author of Germ Theory of Diseases? Author of Germ Theory of Diseases is scientist Robert Koch. At the same time, nowadays study of bacteria, okay, very important. Study of bacteria, it is evolved into a separate branch in biology that is called bacteriology. That is bacteriology. So this is the history regarding the bacterial discovery. At the same time, this bacterial morphology. Now coming to bacterial morphology. Students, these bacterial cells, they are present in everywhere. Means they are omnipresent. Omnipresent. Also considered as ubiquitous. Omnipresent or ubiquitous. What's the meaning of omnipresent and ubiquitous? The organisms which are present in each and everywhere and which are suitable for each and every habitats. Such type of organisms, they are considered as omnipresent. Their distribution is considered as omnipresent and ubiquitous. These bacterial cells are omnipresent and ubiquitous, worldwide in distribution. They are present in soil, present in air, present in water, present in space, present in on and in of living organisms, and also present on dead and decaying organic substances. They are present deep within the snow, deep within the ocean, like that. They are present in each and everywhere. That is omnipresent. At the same time, some of the bacterial cells, they are also present in a symbiotic association. Symbiotic association with other animals and other organisms. The bacterial cells which are present in a symbiotic association with other animals, other organisms, they are considered as symbionts. They are present in symbiotic association. Some of the best examples for this symbiotic association, Escherichia coli bacteria present in a human intestine, and also Rhizobia, plural, Rhizobium, singular. So Rhizobia, it is present in a root nodules. Rhizobia present in root nodules of legumes. They are the best examples for symbiotic association. So, bacterial cells may be present freely. Sometimes they may be make the symbiotic association with other organisms like intestine of human beings, like Escherichia coli, and roots of leguminous plants, Bacterium rhizobia. They are found in symbiotic association. At the same time, size of bacteria. Bacterial cells are very minute and can be seen with the help of only microscope. Okay, the size of bacteria is This is vary. Size of bacterial cells is vary from species to the species. Most of the bacterial cells, they may range from 2 to 5 micrometers length. 2 to 5 micrometers length and 0.5 to 1 micrometers breadth. Okay, micrometers breadth. That is the size of most of the bacterial cells. This is the size of most of the bacterial cells. At the same time, the shape of bacteria. These bacterial cells also classified into 4 types depending upon their size, shape. Based on the shape, bacterial cells are divided into 4 types. One is called spherical or round shaped bacteria. The spherical and round shaped bacteria, they are called cocci. Singular, coccus. Plural, cocci. They are spherical or round shaped bacterial cells. Again, these spherical and round shaped bacterial cells are also divided into different kinds depending upon the number and arrangement of the cells. For example, monococcus. This is a single spherical bacteria. It's called monococcus. Sometimes maybe diplococci. This is a pair of 2 spherical bacteria. Sometimes they may be tetracocci. This is the group of 4 spherical bacterial cells. Similarly, these may be streptococcus. This is the chain of many spherical bacteria like this. If many spherical bacterial cells are attached one to each other to form a chain, that is considered as streptococcus. But sometimes staphylococci, many cells arranged irregularly like this. If many cells are arranged irregularly like this, such arrangement of cocci is called staphylococci. But sometimes these may be sarcina means this is cubes of 8 spherical bacteria like this. Cubes of 8 spherical bacteria is considered as sarcina. In this way, bacterial number and arrangement is maybe vary. Depending upon the number and arrangement of these cocci bacteria, they are divided into total 6 types. Monococci, single spherical bacteria. Diplococci, pair of spherical bacteria. And tetracocci, group of 4 spherical bacteria. Streptococcus, chain of spherical bacteria. Staphylococcus, this is many bacterial cells arranged irregularly. And sarcina is represented by total 8 cells arranged into cubes of it. That is the arrangement of cells in protein. At the same time, second one, rod-shaped bacteria. Okay, rod-shaped bacteria. So this rod-shaped bacteria, they are also called bacilli. This is called bacilli. Here, monobacilli. Okay, one is monobacilli, single rod-shaped bacteria. But sometimes these may be diplobacilli. These are the pairs of rod-shaped bacterial cells like this. And streptobacilli. Okay, streptobacilli. Streptobacilli means chain of rod-shaped bacteria like this. Chain of rod-shaped bacteria. So, Bacillus type of bacterial cells, they are represented by total 3 shapes and 3 arrangements. Bacilli, they provide 3 arrangements. One is monobacilli, second one is diplobacilli, third one is streptobacilli. Now coming to the third shape, this is comma-shaped bacteria. Okay, comma-shaped, they are also called Vibrios. Comma-shaped bacterial cells are called Vibrios. Like this, these are represented by less than 1 twist. Very, very important. Less than. These bacterial cells, they contain less than 1 twist. Less than 1 twist. The bacteria with less than 1 twist, it gives an appearance of comma shape like this. It gives an appearance of comma shape. Such a comma shaped bacterial cells are called Vibrios. At the same time, the fourth type of shapes in bacteria, they are called spiral shaped bacteria. These spiral shaped bacteria are called spirilla. They are called spirilla. Spiral shaped bacterial cells are called spirilla. Some of the these bacterial cells, they contain more than, okay, they contain more than 1 twist, more than 1 complete twist. More than 1 complete twist in any bacterial cells, it gives an appearance of the shape of spiral. But some of the spiral bacteria, they are flexible. Some of the spiral bacterial cells are flexible bacteria. Flexible bacteria. One of the best example for this flexible bacteria, that is Spirochaeta, is one of the best example. Spirochaeta is one of the best example for flexible spiral bacteria. These bacterial cells, they resemble just like watch springs, so that they are considered as Spirochaeta with more than 1 complete twist. Okay. So depending upon the twist, if the bacterial cell is represented by less than 1 twist, that is called Vibrio, comma shaped. If it is represented by more than 1 complete twist, that is considered as spiral bacteria. Some of the spiral bacteria, they may be flexible. Such flexible bacteria are called Spirochaeta. At the same time, some of the bacterial cells, they resemble with long threads. They resemble with long threads. Like this, they resemble with the long threads. Such a bacteria, they are considered as Beggiota. These bacteria are called Beggiota. Is considered as longest bacteria. This is called longest bacteria. What is the shape of the longest bacterium? That is long, linear, thread-like. That is one of the best example. Beggiota is one of the best example. At the same time, some of the bacterial cells, they can change their shape depending upon the food materials available to them and depending upon the climatic conditions, environment. The bacterial cells which can change their shape based on the environment and the nutrients available to them, such type of bacteria are called pleiotropic bacteria. Pleiotropic bacteria, very, very important. Pleiotropic bacteria. Such a phenomenon of changing their shape depending upon the climatic conditions and as well as the nutrients available to them. That is such a phenomenon. This is considered as pleiotropism. This is called pleiotropism. One of the best examples of this pleiotropism is Acetobacter. This is Acetobacter is one of the best examples. These type of bacterial cells, sometimes they resemble with spherical shaped bacterial cells like cocaine, but sometimes they resemble with rod shaped bacterial cells like bacilli, but sometimes may be represented by hammer-shaped or spiral-shaped. These can change their shape depending upon the climatic conditions and as well as the nutrients available to them. Such a phenomenon is called pleiotropism. Such bacteria which can change their shape depending upon the environment and nutrients available to them, they are called pleiotrophic bacteria. One of the best example for this pleiotrophic bacteria, this is a acetobacter.